V for Vendetta is one movie that I've known for way too long. I've seen glimpses of it on TV and I've always known that it's a good one, so I finally got to watch it. Now, it starts with a poem about an insurgent who is trying to mark a revolutionary day, by his revolting act against totalitarian government. Now, the theme of this movie is the crazy thing about society. How convenience matters so much more than volition. How subservience is a very small price to pay for security. How governments, instead of serving people, quickly leap to oppressing them in the name of maintaining order. How the concept of the extent of free will is limited only to our own minds. Now, the story is simple. A masked man named V, who is defiant of the government in power, blows up a landmark, reminding people of the very strength a common man holds, reminding the injustice and the oppression of the very people they are meant to serve and protect. Now, on this journey, he meets this young girl named Evie, who has had a rather unfortunate past. She lost her family to this government propaganda. She tries to survive on her own, but after meeting V, she learns the true cost of survival in a totalitarian society. That is the sacrifice of the very parts that make you, you. And how fear, despite being the strongest and the oldest of emotions, can still be overcome by just staying true to yourself. And why it's important to be so. The way the movie is made is rather excellent. The storytelling of it is something that felt like it's preparing for a major event because the characters move like that. The movie, even for one moment, doesn't falter from its path. Also, it doesn't forget to show you the depth of the characters, the events, the people, the synchronicity amongst them. It's the whole thing that makes it a must-watch. Now, talking about the powerful performance of the characters, I can't tell you how real it all felt. It's not that hard to comprehend how real it all felt, but at the same time, it almost felt theatrical. Because the dialogues, the very sentences coming out of the character's mouth, they all feel so appropriate, but at the same time, they feel learned, which again is appropriate. I mean, these are words of a rebel who is trying to overthrow a fascist government. So it all makes sense because he's very well read and very well prepared. I think movies like this set real world examples because the depiction of terrorism and political extremism isn't a fictional concept anymore. Also, Natalie Portman is an amazing actor and you can see in this movie just how beautiful she is. She's so young and so versatile. I mean, there are moments when she will literally leave you astonished. Also, the protagonist V, well, it's a funny thing. I actually don't know exactly who played this character. I didn't want to know for some reason. I might as well go ahead in the future and Google it myself. But for now, I just don't know who that character is. I think I like him better as a symbol more than a character or an actor. This movie should be watched by everyone. So if you do, please make sure that you let me know what you think about it. By the way, if you have read 1984 by George Orwell, you would see the resemblance. It's a totalitarian society, a dystopian society, basically an Orwellian society, you can say. In fact, I learned very recently that this movie is also based on a book by the same name, and the book is even better. They always are. Anyway, guys, watch this movie if you haven't already, and it's a must watch, not because it's a good movie, but because it's an important one. So please go ahead and watch this one and do let me know what you think about it. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you in the next one.